I am so excited to bring you all my vision of the American biker.
I am Moose, and I'm an American biker.
All right, so we have Dr. Marvin Moose Baynes on this episode of American Biker. How are you today, Dr. Moose?
I am wonderful. Couldn't be better.
Great.
How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm so excited to have you be a part of this show. This show is highlighting bikers that are doing amazing things off of the motorcycle. And you are a veterinarian, right? You're an entrepreneur and you're doing some wonderful things that we're going to talk about today. But before we start into all of that, I'm going to ask you what I ask all the bikers that do my show. When did you first fall in love with motorcycle culture?
Well, for myself, I got my first introduction to the motorcycle culture as a child. I was 8 when my father purchased his first motorcycle. And it wasn't long after that he joined the Thunder Guards Motorcycle Club. My mother hated it, but of course every boy wants to tag along with their dad. So when allowed to, I would do that. And I fell in love with the set and the entire motorcycle culture just by hanging around his clubhouse with his club brothers as a child. There was just something about it even early on, it seemed like its own world with its own set of rules. And it was pretty cool as a child, kind of sitting back and watching the fellowship and camaraderie between him and his club brothers.
Yeah. So about how old were you when you started riding?
I started riding at probably 11.
Yeah.
But I didn't have my first bike until I was about 22.
Oh, yeah. What bike was that, your first bike?
It was a Yamaha ZRX.
All right. Okay. All right. So now you're a member of State Burners MC, correct? All right. So why did you make the decision to start being in a club yourself instead of being like an independent biker? Just because you love it?
I do love it. It's funny because the actual clubhouse is situated probably 60 yards from the house that I grew up in as a child. I would walk past the clubhouse on my way to school every day.
Yeah.
So my association with that club started early between going past so often and seeing those guys sitting out there. My dad, of course, was always there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't hard for a relationship to kind of develop.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so off of the motorcycle, but kind of still on the motorcycle. Like I said, you're a veterinarian, but you were a part of the Animal Planet's show, Guardians of Rescue. And I watched a couple of episodes of that, and I really loved you on that show. Tell us about your experience on that show.
Well, that it was interesting because that was something that I never set out to do. Get on TV, be a part of anything in front of a camera. It's something that just kind of fell in my lap. It was something that was one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
Yeah.
It came just by being a member of the Guardians of Rescue. who's an organization that's based out of New York,
Mm-hmm.
and they do what their name says. They rescue animals in unsafe and unhealthy situations. I got a call one day from the Robert Masseri. He's the gentleman that actually is the fearless leader of the Guardians of Rescue, and asked if I ever considered being on TV. After I chuckled and laughed, I told him no. Here you have it. The opportunity was there for the TV show The Guardians.
So what inspired you to be a veterinarian?
You know what? I don't know. It's something that's always been there since the age of 5. I'd always said, again, since 5, that I wanted to be a veterinarian, and during football season, play for my beloved Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
1 out of 2 isn't bad. I think it may have started. My dad also hunted, and he brought me home a box turtle that he found while out hunting one day. So I think that might have had a good bit to do with it also, but it's something that's just always been there.
Yeah, so you have a practice right now, correct? You have a practice?
I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I used to. I founded, owned, and operated a mobile practice up in New Jersey for 11 years. That was South Jersey Mobile Veterinary Services. After the TV show, I actually sold the practice and moved to Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
So work as an emergency room veterinarian now.
And how is that? Oh,
I love it.
You love it?
I love it. I do. It's something that definitely keeps you on your toes. Because from one minute to the next, you never know what's going to come through that door. Whether it's a dog with a bleeding wound, hit by a car, a cat that can't breathe, you name it. We see it and deal with it all on a daily basis.
I've seen one of your operations too. I believe it was a dog, and it was just so interesting to me. I don't know. I love what you do. I love it. So you are also a member of Omega Psi Phi, correct? Yeah. So you're kind of like a guy, you like being in organizations, right?
You know what? I do, but even with that, there's a huge part of me that's a loner also. There are occasions where there's nothing more soothing to me than to get out by myself on the bike, aside from the guys, as much as I love them. I also value my private time too.
Yeah, and you've been able to maintain your independence. And I think that's important. I think that's important.
It is.
All right, so what are some of the things you have coming up? What are some of the projects you are working on currently?
Coming up, I've coupled with the Guardians of Rescue to do a Ask the Vet with Dr. Moose podcast. We did one episode. I'll be doing another episode.
That's a Facebook Live, is that correct?
It is.
I watched it.
Live.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. And it just kind of gives people the opportunity to ask questions, particularly with the pandemic that we're all dealing with. There are actually a lot of veterinary hospitals that have closed down. So sometimes people just need to talk or consult with someone that could give them some advice for something to do at home to kind of bridge the gap between now and when their veterinarian is open and available.
Yeah. Well, that's really, really cool. You have another thing that you're working on doing. Jewel. I've got your product. I love this.
Thank you.
Me and my daughters both, all 4 of us use this. And we absolutely love it. So tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I'm going to start by saying there's probably no more of a manly fraternity than Omega Psi Phi. I spend my time around bikers, I'm a man's man.
You are. You are.
And I never pictured myself actually selling female sanitary products. But there's a friend of mine, Miss Jackie Hollywood Mims, who we went to college together years ago. I won't say how long ago. She may strangle me.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. All right. So, Jackie, you're talking about Jackie.
Yeah. So there's a colleague that I went to college with years ago. She introduced me to the product, and just from a scientific standpoint, the product blew me away.
Yeah.
It's an all-natural product. It is completely biodegradable.
Love that. Love that.
It's something that our pads are infused with graphene. Most doctors, most professionals have never even heard of graphene, but graphene is a Nobel Peace Prize winning natural substance.
So it's a holistic. Yeah.
Very holistic. It's actually a 99.9% odor and bacteria killer. So when you couple that with the super absorbency that the Jopad premium sanitary napkin offers, the combination is just making a huge difference. Not only in a lot of women's lives, but in a lot of men also. I actually have clients, some of these men have prostatic issues and they leak urine. So they actually use the product also. So it's not just for cycles, it's for urine leakage also.
That's amazing. So I'm going to link in the description how you can get your own and try it. At least try it. You'll fall in love.
Jopad Premium Sanitary Napkin.
There you go. There you go. All right. So you also have another project, the domestic violence. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the last 2 years, the topic of domestic violence has become something that's near and dear to my heart. Prior to 2 years ago, I had seen portions of it here and there, but it was nothing that really affected me directly. So I never, it's a shame to say, but it never carried as much weight as it does now.
Yeah.
But what I'm looking to do is actually partner with Jopad Premium Sanitary Napkins to start a fundraising events and things like that to raise funds for women and children who have survived domestic violence.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So kudos for you for doing that. You're an amazing person.
I'm trying. If you ask me, I'm just a dude who loves to ride his motorcycle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of riding your motorcycle, what's your most memorable trip that you've taken on the bike?
Hands down, Tail of the Dragon.
Tell us about that.
It was a trip that State Burners had taken. My mother chapter in Philly went down to Tennessee for the weekend for one of their chapter's annual weekends. The game plan was for us to get up on a Saturday, do the Tail of the Dragon, hang out for a little while. It ended up raining that Saturday. We were going 1 minute, and the word was, we're not going, we're not going. So I went off and rode and did some other things, saw some people that I knew was in the vicinity. And while I had gone out on my own, they decided to Saturday to go ahead and go. So what I did was we were scheduled for kickstands up at 10 a.m. on Sunday. I got up at 7 by myself, climbed on my dad's Gold Wing, which is the bike I took that time, and went and did the Tail of the Dragon for the first time by myself. I loved it.
You loved it?
Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I've heard thousands of horror stories, and I saw the tree of death, not the tree of death, but the tree with all the motorcycles hanging off of it.
Yeah.
But I smiled all 311 turns. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Enjoyed it.
Well, you're brave. You're very, very brave. So, and that's memorable. So I see you have a lot of bikes back there in your garage.
I got a few. Thank goodness I just sold one the other day. So instead of 6, I'm down to 5.
What's your go-to?
My go-to is my 15 Road Glide Special.
Mm-hmm.
That's my baby, and just because that bike just screams me.
Yeah.
It's got my personality all over it. But I will admit, when I go long distance, I take my dad's Gold Wing.
Yeah. Gold Wings are good bikes. I don't ride, but I've been a backpack on a Gold Wing, and it's one of the smoothest rides that there is. Yeah.
Absolutely. my Harley riders are going to hate me for this, but there's nothing reliability-wise,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing that's going to touch that Gold Wing.
Yeah, and a lot of my older biker male friends, that's their go-to. They love the Gold Wing, and they will not go past that. That's it
Absolutely.
for them.
The past 5 years or so, I've been seeing a lot of younger riders with Gold Wings. I've been seeing 26-inch rims on the front of Gold Wings, big hangers, you name it. So times are changing.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Yep.
So do you have any rides that you have coming up? I know that we have a pandemic going on, so a lot of events were canceled. I don't know if you know if State Burners in Indiana, I don't know if are they still having their event? Do you know?
You know what? It's up in the air.
In the air.
There's a ride out to Indiana, and there's also a ride to Kentucky. So they're up in the air. I'm hoping they go because, of course, just like everybody else, I'm busting at the seams to get out and, do some things in fellowship with my people.
Yeah, yeah. Anything you want to leave us with?
Let's see. Probably just a message of do good, treat people right, be the best version of yourself that you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Although sometimes no good deed goes unpunished, never grow weary of doing good deeds because in the end it pays off.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being a part of the American Biker Project. I don't know. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the things that you're doing. We're going to continue to watch you. We're going to link all of your social media sites and all of your websites in the description box so everybody can find you. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. I love what you're doing. You are royalty on the bike set. And an absolute person that's doing things the right way. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you all for watching this episode of American Biker. In the comment section, shout out some amazing American bikers that you know in your community that are doing these amazing things. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. And thank you. You all continue to watch for Bikers on the Road. Winn Dixie, out.